Hello, loves. This is Keleena. It is June 2019 and the year is flying by. At least for me, it is. I'm coming in to talk about the June Ascension energy, and I'm going to have some light language key code activations for you as well. I did a earlier in the month. It's time is just flying for me. It's very quantum right now for a lot of us. Um, but I have all these notes from my meditation, and I want to go through them really quick so I don't miss anything. But the quantum feeling is one of the big ones that I want to say that a lot of us are going through. Um, Things are happening so fast, it's such a high speed, and it's like boom, boom, boom. And you almost feel like you don't have time for everything. So we have to look to create time with our priorities. So basically, for me, I know that I have to really have my priorities in order and focus on the things that are the most important for myself, for my work, and the things that I'm here to do in service. So, and everybody's different, okay? So you have to really look at yourself, engage, and see what is your highest priority, because what's going to happen is the things that don't matter are things that you're not supposed to be doing. They're going to fall away, okay? You're going to see what is going to be your priority in your life versus what you don't need to do anymore, what's going to let go. Again, letting go is really big as well this month again. Letting go of people, places, things. And I want to say this is very sensitive for some of you because a lot of people have family members that are leaving. A lot of people, and I've said this before, there's a time when there's going to be a lot of people leaving. A lot of family members are leaving, even a lot of pets. I have probably over, I want to say 25 people that have contacted me about their pets. And I have personal friends as well. Their pets are leaving. They're getting ready to leave. They've done what they came here to do on the earth. They all have a job. And if you have a pet that is soul family to you, it's like your child. They've been here, they've loved you, they've given you unconditional love. And a lot of them do clearing work, they do transmutation work for you. And they've done what they could and what they're supposed to. And many times when the pets leaves, you're going to see a change in your own life. It's like a different change and a different phase in your life and in your process. So be grateful for your pet, for what it's done for you. Send it love, but don't try to hang on to it, okay? There's a lot of people that want to save their pet, and they know when it's time for them to go. So just pumping them up with medicines and all kinds of things, it doesn't help them, okay? They know when their transition time is, all right? I went through that with my own pets, and so I completely understand that. But they're part of Source too, and we have to honor them. So if you're wondering if your pet, if you're doing too much or trying to hold on to it because you have an attachment to it, connect with your pet's higher self, okay? Do meditation, connect with your pet's higher self, and ask if they want you to release them, because a lot of times we hold on to them, we have an attachment, and they can't let go because there's no disconnect, okay? Very important. It's just like with people, we have to disconnect with all and everything. That's detachment. That's part of the process. I talked about that years ago, and I remember writing about that years ago, and I remember getting really hammered with by some nasty people saying detachment. I'm not doing that. I'm not let go of him. I'm not going to let go of her. So I was like, okay, you'll learn. But it's in the long run. There's a peaceful process when you can learn to detach from all things, people, places, pets, okay? And we can't, when far as things go, we can't take stuff with us when we go from the earth anyway, so think about that. So I want to say it was a wild May, and I do want to thank, before we get any further, I want to thank everybody who booked sessions, and thank you for adjusting your schedules for me. Source has come in, and I am traveling like 5 months in a row now, and to go do work on the Crystalline Grid and stuff. So when I get the download that I have to go, I go, and I'm so thankful for the clients that they understand my work and they're gracious enough to allow us to change their schedule. Please be patient with the girls that are doing it because they are volunteers, and I'm very grateful for them as well. So thank you. And if you want to book sessions, I'll be doing them around my schedules. I'm also going to be doing in-person sessions in the places I go. So my next place I'm going to is this coming week. I'm actually going to Lemuria, um, which I feel like is going to be kind of like a home for me. So I'm going to Hawaii. I've been called there last December. In December, they told me I was going to be going. November, December. And here it is. And they're like, it's time for you to go. So I have some things I need to do there that connect to Sedona. And then I will be in Mount Shasta as well this summer. So it creates a triangle. And it's creating the triangle, this Lemurian energy from what I was seeing. And I actually spoke with my sister Sandra Walter about this, what I was seeing, and she was agreeing. It's creating this triangle. And for me, here's what I get. I just want to say this really quick. I get that the Lemurian energy is very divine feminine. I get that energy is very feminine, and that it is rising. It can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. But then when I actually looked over, and I was given the vision of the Bahamas and Atlantis, and that with the Bermuda Triangle, I actually felt very masculine energy. And I was like, okay, so here's what's happening. This is what I feel. The masculine energy of Atlantis, and then we have Lemurian energy. We're creating this new triangle with this crystalline grid over here. The crystalline grid's everywhere, but we're creating this new triangle of energy of divine feminine. What's going to happen? Balance. Harmony. That's what I feel. That's what I see in my vision. So you can comment if you see something else. But that's what I'm seeing. I talked to Sandra about it. We both agreed harmony, balance, and so yeah, it's a good thing. This is all lining up. Lemuria. I've been working with Lemurian energy since 2018, and I started my embodiment process in the summer of 2018, like in August. I remember waking up one day and I had that that blissful love that I couldn't shake it for a couple days. So I started my embodiment then. But I also started working with the Lemurian energy a lot last year at that time. So I've been working with it all year. So here we go. 2020 is going to be really big with the Lemurian energy coming. A lot of things are coming online. May was huge. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was vibrating like crazy. I had like buzzing, vibrating. My whole body was just it was constant. And my ears have been ringing since I was a very little girl, very loud ringing. Frequency changes all the time. So I've always had the ear stuff, but I have had some clients say that they had a lot of the ears ringing and it really bothered them. So when that happens, just breathe into it, meditate, allow yourself to just be. It's going to happen because I talked about this a few years ago. It's frequency change. It's the frequency change that's happening on the planet. So if the planet's frequency is changing, then ours has to change too. We have to be at the same level, okay? So there was a lot going on in May. In June, I've been seeing since the end of May 333, which is Christ consciousness codes. I've been seeing that all the time. I also seen 1212 and 1313, which to me is balance. That's what those codes mean to me because 1212 is Father, 1313 is Mother. So balancing energies. So I feel like some of that's coming in for a lot of you, moving into balance. And that is the balance within, the union within. So a lot of you are working on that right now. So the balance, and it creates what I see as the eternity symbol, and it goes over, and it crosses over the throat chakra and down with the heart. But when it crosses here, that's when you start to move into speaking your truth. It activates the sacred voice. So that is going to be for a lot of you because I keep seeing those balancing codes. The 333 is embodying the Christ consciousness energy for those of us that are actually in embodiment, and the Christ consciousness codes. So just know this, please. Everybody is at a different place in their ascension process. Not everybody's embodying, not everybody's doing this, not everybody's doing that. There's people that are going through healing. That's part of the first phase of ascension. Coherence and unity, that's still part of the first phase of ascension. You go through all that. The unity part is the union within to create the union without. That's part of the first phase of ascension. The second one is activation and embodiment. So just know there's phases. There's 3 phases. So most of the people, there's so many people that are in the healing phase right now. Do not be jealous of people that are in embodiment now, okay? There's a lot of us that are going first because we are the Wayshowers, and we're going to be showing you how it's doing, what it's going to reflect in you. It's a process. We chose to do this first, and hopefully nothing goes wrong, like we don't disappear or something. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so just know that that's the way everything, we agreed to come in and do it that way. So know where you are, allow you where you are. Don't try to rush things, okay? Don't try to rush anything. The process takes time. Continue to just be yourself. Just be, okay? That's what I always want to say. Just be. Meditate. Allow yourself to receive, okay? Especially the divine feminine. Please allow yourself to receive. That's one of the things that was suppressed in the divine feminine, was receiving. We were always giving, 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 but we weren't allowing ourselves to receive back. So that's huge for a lot of the divine feminine, is stepping into the receiving mode. Open that up, okay? Allow yourself to receive. Open your arms and allow yourself to receive. I'm just talking so fast. Okay. Oh, Netherlands, Sisters of the Rose. There is a event coming. Yes. I have to get everything pulled together, and then they'll get it up on my website. There will be something in July, but then there will be another one at another time. I tend to do things in twos for some reason. So that is coming. Just watch my website. If you're not on my website, go on and fill out the thing to get the notifications, so you'll know when it's going to be. And yes, I will be in Mount Shasta for Lionsgate. All right. So, and I don't have any details on the Mount Shasta event yet either. So, okay. Now, I said earlier, priorities. Priorities are really big. I got my notes here from my thing. And releasing old timeline behaviors and patterns. I'm calling it getting on the ascension train. You've got to allow yourself to let these things go. Let the old timelines go. Let the old stories go. Don't hold on to them, because every time you hold on to them, you remain stagnant. You just keep going in this circle. You're going in the circle and circle and circle. You want to get off of that. You want that gear to connect to the next gear so you can get to the next level. I remember explaining that to my friend Debbie Dubois back in like 2016. She was in a cycle, and I was like, okay, I'm being shown that you're just on this circle and your gear's not connecting to the next gear. It's like it's skipping it. It's not connecting. It's not engaging. So when you're constantly holding on to an old pattern, an old belief system, you have got to let that go. And this means people, places, stories, events. This is past life stuff. People that are in this ascension process that chose the twin flame healing process. If you don't let go of that, you don't move forward. It's an old pattern. It's an old behavior. You're being shown things. Yes, you're being shown things so that you can release within you. You're mirroring each other to release the shadow side. But if you're constantly going, well, because I felt divine love with this person when I first initially met them, so I can't let go of them, so I'm going to hold on to them, it doesn't work, because you're still constantly shadowing each other during that. Okay, you have to let go to go through your process and allow yourself to become who you truly are. That whole process is so much different than what I feel people really know. I did a twin flame video back in April. I went live while I was in Sedona. It's on my Facebook. I never got a chance to download it to YouTube because I didn't have my other computer at the time. But there's so much more to that than people know. But if you're holding on to that, because it's a past timeline, okay? It's the past timeline. It's an event that happened in the past. All that stuff is like, needing to be collapsed so that you can move forward. So when you collapse that timeline, when you collapse the event of that, you move forward to the next level in your process of ascension, okay? And that's not just twin flames, okay? Remember, as you move through the twin flame process, there's that triangle relationship triangle I've talked about before. You move up, 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 up until you find that sacred partner. And it doesn't mean that the twin flame that you're engaged in is not going to be that sacred partner. It could possibly be, but most times it's not. It usually is somebody else. And remember what I've explained, some of you didn't see this, but in the twin flame video, I explained how twin and flame is 2 words. Flame is the end all of end alls in shamanic. We use fire to end things. Soulmate, mate is actually partnership. So take a look at the meaning behind things, because remember what I always say is that, words are very deceiving. Things have been changed and controlled, and they're part of the suppression process. They're part of your DNA being suppressed, how they change the wording. So be very careful. Let go of the labels. Let go of all of the labels, okay? Okay, now, so heal those timelines, okay? Heal all that stuff that's coming up. Heal the stories and let that stuff go. And I want you to have compassion for yourself while you're doing it. Take the time to just be by yourself, okay? Get in nature. So important to get in nature, especially in the water. The waters are receiving light codes, Lemurian light codes. I saw them on top of the water when I was filming the water, and I can see it coming from the sun. I could see the light codes dancing on top of the water, and I was like, yeah. So get in the water if you can get in the ocean, a creek, a stream, a lake, whatever. The codes are in there waiting for your body to absorb them, okay? Okay, now, be present wherever you are. Please be present. Be in the moment. Letting go of the past, collapsing those timelines. Being present in the moment is so important, because that's where your power is. If you're worried about the past, all you're doing is focusing your energy there. If you're worried about the future, you're focusing your energy there. We're not meant to do that. We're meant to live in the present, in the very moment, in this day right now. And that's where your power lies, okay? That's where your power is. That's where you can do the most. That's where you can engage with your higher self the most. That's where when you meditate, you're in the present moment. You bring through that information with ease. Please be in the present moment. Don't worry about it. Don't go scatterhead. Scatterhead. I don't know where that just came from. Okay, I'm getting laughed at. All right. Very quantum. Yes, lots of quantum energy coming in, and also feeling like you're not knowing what's going to happen next. Feeling like you're not, this is for a lot of people, not knowing what's coming, not knowing what's going to happen. Please know that this is part of the process, and it's okay. I went through that in probably the end of 2017 and part of 2018. And what I realized is when we're going through that not knowing of it, not where we're going right, we have to trust. It's really that part of the process that's pushing you to trust and allow, to trust, to surrender, and to allow everything that's happening. Because when you do that, then everything starts falling into place. Ta-da! Okay. Nakira o sakura kono shimaya hikinte iriskoro to no sakura umoyo yuko ayahita na anua. Okay. Getting outside, I kept seeing visions of being outside, connecting to the earth. No shoes, please. Ground yourself. Stay grounded, please. Ground. Okay, so this is what I got. I got ground, release, and activate. I got those 3 words all at once when I was seeing grounding. Ground yourself to Mother Nature. No shoes, because remember, rubber soles, you don't receive healing from earth. Ground yourself. Release anything you need to. Give it to Mother Earth. Always say, Mother, I thank you for transmuting these energies from me and returning to me your divine love and healing. And you will feel the stuff coming off of you. Send it into her. I always see it as the diamond core. Send it into her diamond core. Root yourself and allow that divine healing and that divine love to come back into your body. And you will feel it come up, and it just like permeates you. You'll feel this tingling sensation and this warmth. And some of you will see colors, and that'll be the color that you need for healing. And it feels so good. That's one of the things that I go through when I teach some of the things in my sessions. I teach a lot of exercises for people to utilize, and they're really powerful. So make sure you're out on earth, okay? Ground, release and activate. Because after you release things, you will get activated from sitting on the earth. We get activated with whatever new codes are in the ley lines. Okay? So get on Mother Earth, lean against a tree, sit against a tree, hug a tree, get in the water, whatever you can do. So very important. Okay? With that, I want to say, because I was given this energy, I was given this message, turn noise into silence. Okay? Get away from the technology, and that's not just for the kids. That's for you too. Turn the noise into silence. Walk away from the noise, okay? If maybe you can have a little trip out in nature this month, it'll be really, really positive for you. Please do that. Uh, Silence is key in this process because it's allowing you to just be. It's allowing you to just sit and be who you are. It's allowing yourself to become who you are, okay? We are changing. We are all changing. We're all at different levels in this process, and we are all becoming who we truly are. So when you can get out and step away from the AI stuff, that's either going to turn you into a robot because that's what they're trying to do, or you can go into Mother Nature. And if you have kids, take the phones away, do a weekend away, do a whole week away, try to step away from that stuff. It's so important to reconnect, ground your body, activate, release, and just be human in that way. Technology is taking over so much, and they are trying to make you into a robot. They're trying to create you into a robot so that you're constantly connected. You're constantly here all day on your phones. You're constantly. I watch the kids when even my own kids, I have to tell them, all right, you got the phones. I'm taking them with me when I go, and I told them when we're there will be no phone usage unless you want to take pictures because you need to disconnect from it. I will only have my stuff for work when I have to do work, if I have to do work. But other than that, be disconnected while I'm working on the grid, and I'm going to be teaching them stuff as well because they are both loaded with crystals. They are crystal children. So, okay, now let's see. I have also here, I have the quantum energy quick progression. Just allow, I have that written twice. I don't know, they must have given me something twice. Remember how powerful you are. Creation is your choice, okay? Believe it, feel it, see it, and manifest it. Expand. I feel like there's expansion going to be happening. And what I saw was like growth, soul growth. But first you have to do the other things to allow your soul to grow. You have to do the releasing first so that you shift, and as you're changing, the expansion can occur. I know a lot of my clients that I've had that I'm doing DNA, I do DNA deactivations, just so you guys know. I deactivate within you first old codes, contracts and stuff. So that allows the purging, and then I activate your cells to actually open up and to allow yourself to become who you are. So there's different processes when I do the Ascension sessions. It's also part of what I do with in the Sisters of the Rose, because those contracts, we had to sign contracts before we came here when we were in those groups, and they suppressed us. Even as a Sister of the Rose, we were suppressed. So I deactivate codes from those contracts. I deactivate those contracts and then open you up with specific ones just for your soul, activations through light language for you to fully become who you are, okay? It's because there's it's like that wall. So that's what I assist with when I do these light language. And that's why I speak all the light languages, so I can connect with you for the one that your soul connects with. But, and I want to explain that a little bit because some people are like, what should I expect? And I'm like, well, it's hard to explain, but bring tissue. So when you're remembering who you are and you're becoming who you are, it's so very powerful. And the creation of who you are becoming, because there's going to be a new organic timeline for you. That creation of who you want to be and who you know you really are is your choice, okay? This is up to you. Are you going to let the things go from the past so you can create the new you, so you can allow who you are to come up? Are you going to, are you going to believe it? Are you going to feel it? Are you going to see it? Those are the things you have to do to manifest it. That's part of creation. And I have no idea what the bright light was. I just came in here because I don't have any lights. That was really weird. And there's no sun popping up. Okay. They said all is well. Okay. So expansion, creation, it's all coming. Just depends on where you are in your process. Um, in June, rest. Okay. Um, Rest. June and the July eclipses are going to be bringing shifts, more shifts that are prepping you for Lionsgate. Um, when I was in Sedona in April and I was in the Unity meditation, I had the Lyrans came, and I know I have Lyran in me. I know that I am part of the feline, but they came in and looked right in my eyes and started sending codes in my eyes, and I saw Mount Shasta, and I knew. I was like, I knew. And then because the next day I started seeing 888, 88. I have a license plate of a car I was behind. It was 8888. And I'm like, okay, I need to be on Mount Shasta for Lionsgate. So I'm trying to pull together an event because I know what's coming in, what it's about. I've written about it already. So we will see what's coming up for that. But these shifts, these solar events, these eclipses that are coming in, the from what I was shown, is it is prepping you or preparing us for Lionsgate. Um, and of course, it's assisting us with the entire ascension. But when it gets this close to that, there's some things. There's like some for you. For some of you, it'll be some deep purging again that has to be done before Lionsgate happens. Lots of stuff. There's just so much going on. So okay, that's that. And also the collapsing of your timelines, the collapsing of the stories, the collapsing of your timelines, of the old timelines, the different, like Atlantis, Camelot, the Christ timeline, all those things. The collapsing of it for you, if you remember or recall being that time in those timelines, or you just holding on to the stories of it, collapsing that is your responsibility. Okay, we can like someone like myself can assist you with the deactivations and activations, but you have to get it out of the mind. You have to reprogram yourself. You have to let the story go, to allow yourself to become who you are in this life, because we aren't the people we were before. We are who we now. And as we embody who we are and all that we've ever been in the highest benevolence of love and source light, we are embodying everything. We are bringing all in, as above, so below, into this body. And it's really important to actually focus on collapsing those timelines, because if you don't do that, you cannot do the embodiment. You have to go through the healing process first. Okay. The other thing I want to say is, after you go through that healing process and towards, part of it, you'll start seeing the crystals in your hands, in your body. You'll start seeing the crystalline process happening. It doesn't happen if you're not working on your healing. Okay, there's a lot of people that haven't seen the crystals in them yet, and from what I know, from what I've been instructed, and in my knowing, is that they come with that. Because mine started like a year and a half ago, and I noticed a little bit at the time, but now I'm like loaded in. I was sitting outside in the sun today, and I was looking at my skin, and they're just all over. They're under my nails. I did a little video. I put it on. They're under my nails. So we are becoming who we are. We are stars. You're a star. Not a Hollywood star. You're a star. You're a real star. Hollywood stars aren't real stars. Stars are up there. That's who you are. Okay. Makere kırsıntıkuru maşatı ne yika ukuya kasıntıkuru tunono şunu muya ikienne ne kirosukutu shukutuna. Mariaka. Okay. So the next thing I got is sparks of light enter the new equation of now. I feel that's the Christ light, the Christ consciousness, the sparks of light that are coming in to assist you to move into who you are. In 2017, my chakras all turned white. And I went through the process of just being light, and eventually they all came into one chakra. So and I just actually had a client who actually just viewed me and scanned me, and she was actually kind of shocked, and she was like, "You just have your heart as a star." She goes, "Through points of light sticking out all over," and that's exactly what's happening, because that's who we are. Okay. And it's brilliant white. It's like white diamonds. So that happened for me back in 2017, and it continues. So that's why we go in the sun and we can receive energy from the sun. We connect with the sun in that way. Um, Really important. So the sparks of light enter the new equation of now. Okay. Um, Remember, you allow more light within you during your transformation when you let go of other things. So when you let go of people, places, things, events, things that don't matter anymore, and you let them go and you purge it out and you release that stuff in full compassion of your heart, you create space. And just like a goddess Kali, we've got to end things to begin the new. So when you end things and you remove things, you create space in you to allow the new to come in. All right. For an example, you want a new person in your life, you want a new love in your life, you have got to let go of the previous fully and completely to fully open your heart to the next person. It's so important, okay? Because otherwise you're going to have crossing energies and it's going to be very confusing for you. Makore sente shiana, mo uria kantateia, mo uya na a. Mahanya na kona sana nyamaya, homayai. Hanchora kaya moramyana hamoyanai. Antoramayai. Hai. That was a little heart healing. Okay. Now, some of you are resisting some things. This is like a lot of people are resisting to change, or resisting to walk away from the old beliefs, the old events, the old timelines, because then they hold you back. Your resistance is going to hold you back, okay? Look within the heart and see what it is that you're resisting. Why don't you want to let something go? Why don't you want to change something, okay? What is it that you think in your head is going to happen? Because resistance is in the head, it's in the ego, the false identity, the created ego. Resistance is not part of the heart, okay? But you can look within the heart and watch my video about how to use the heart. Okay, it's only 11 minutes and like, I think it's 11 minutes, 11 seconds, or 11 minutes, 10 seconds long. How to use your heart to receive answers. It's so important, okay? So if you want to know what you're resisting, go watch that video and then start asking the questions in the heart. You're going to get the answers, I guarantee it. I always taught that step in my sessions, but it takes so much time that I was like, I'm just going to put this out there for the world. Your children, teach it to your children. Let them watch it too. Teach it to them, because it's where you get your own answers from, so that you don't have to seek outside of yourself, okay? It's a powerful video, and our body is a tool to use, and a lot of people don't utilize it, and then we've forgotten this stuff. And it's something that I've been using for a long time, so I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to put it out there. And if you have 11 minutes and 11 seconds in your day to watch it, I guarantee you it is going to help you with so much in your life. I think I put it out in the end of March or maybe April, but it's a white rose and it says how to follow your heart. It teaches you exactly what to do. So please try it. And for those that are like, I know there's some that have tried it and they're like, I didn't feel anything. It's because you're resisting. You're resisting allowing yourself to feel the answers through the heart. That's why you're not feeling, okay? So you have to see why you're resisting, knowing the truth. I hope that makes sense now. Okay. Now, I also get this. The mind cannot cope with the new information while you live in old behaviors and ideals. So the mind is the sacred mind, okay? That's when we're in centered, mind, body, soul. The created ego, I always put outside of it. The mind cannot cope when you're focused on, let me see how I wrote it again, when you cannot cope with the new information while you are in old behaviors and ideals. So the new information that's coming in, you're going to be guessing, you're going to be questioning it. You're going to be like, I don't know if I should trust this. I don't know if that stuff that's coming in is real. I don't know if those signs and synchronicities are what I'm really supposed to follow. That means you're not trusting, okay? The false identity ego is really sitting on your shoulder there going, how can we hold him back a little more? How can we hold her back a little more? Let's just, trigger. not allow them to trust themselves, not allow them to believe what's coming in, not allow them to believe what they're seeing and knowing. So please, when you get a sign, pay attention to it, write it down. Your higher self is sending those signs. It's your higher self, it's source, it's your source guide team, I call them, which is usually on ourselves anyway, giving us all those signs and information saying, this is the road, this is the path, follow it. Okay? And it can't be more easier and it can't be more clear. But here we are fighting it. And I've done this too. I've just recently got signs last month with somebody that I met, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And he was doing it with me, and we had to trust because the signs were like right in our face. Physical signs, emotional signs, so much. So pay attention again. You know, I still have those things pop up where I'm just like, wait, whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. I know I've been manifesting my crystal man, but that was too soon. But then I realized, you know, after some of the other things came up and the other things where it was shown is the painting that I have of someone, it looks just like him. And that was 2017 I started that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been giving myself my own signs. My higher self's been bringing it through because it's intuitive painting. I never knew who it was. It's been coming through since 2017. So I've been manifesting this that long. And now that person's here. And here I am trying to run away. I'm like, whoa, wait, this is too fast. This is quantum. And everything just happens so fast. Boom, 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 boom. And like days. And I'm not talking like weeks, months. I'm like talking days, like 2 days, 3 days. And I was just like, oh, I can't breathe. Okay. So this can go on for anything in your life. Okay. Watch the signs, pay attention to them, write them down, and know that when we get the signs, it's telling us something. It's either allowing us to detach from something or it's bringing us together with something. Okay. You know what it is. You know if it's something you have to release. You know if it's something that you're coming together with. It's very important you pay attention to these things because higher self is not going to waste your time. Because linear time is like quantum now, and things are going like that. Okay? So, all right. Your empowerment is through the heart and allowing the process of all that is to work through you as one. So, higher self, source is working through because we are one. It's like kind of like what I just said. Pay attention to the signs. And your empowerment is through the heart. Do everything through the heart. Watch that video if you haven't watched it about how to use your heart. It's so important, I'm telling you. And if you can share that video and get it out there, it's so important for everyone at all ages because you can utilize that tool. Your children, if you have children, can do that for the rest of their lives. Okay, they'll be doing it for everything. We use our heart from the very beginning, the first time we ever came on this earth. And we've been disconnected from it for so long. This is my work, reconnecting people to their sacred heart. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm a wayshower for this. It's why I'm a DNA key code activator and a deactivator to assist you in this because we are moving out of the created ego stuff back into the heart we're supposed to be so you can embody yourself and you can become exactly who you are as above, so below. Nakara utakaran namayayika sahunene kirotsukutua shamai. That's one of me's. Me's that are we's. Okay. Become one with the creator source. Source is an extension of, source is an extension in you and of you. I get lots of different things when I'm meditating. You're no different than anyone else beside you, okay? You're no different than anyone else that's beside you, okay? So if you're standing next to someone, you're no different than them, except that you chose different experiences, okay? Remember that. You're no different than the person standing next to you. The person standing next to you is just a mirror of who you are because we are all brothers and sisters, because we are all source energy, because we are only energy, we are love, and we are source, okay? So this is all things that are going to pop up this month for different people. Everybody's at different levels, remember? So some of this will apply to you and some other things won't. Some of this is just pure knowledge that through my own experience and through information I've had for a long time. So the other thing that came is your thought creates your experience, which is true. It always has and always will. This is why we say you are the creator of your life. Okay, you're the creator of your story. Do you choose to think in the head or move to the heart? All right. And one of my mottos is choose to live in love, choose to live from the heart. I've been saying that since 2014. I have a little picture I have that I've used that for a long time. So you're in charge of creating your own story, okay? But you're also in charge of ending the old ones. It's your responsibility to collapse those timelines. Let go of the stories, be grateful for the experience, forgive, let it go, okay? And again, yes, your thought does create your experience. Remember, the thought comes first, and the thought creates emotions. So if you're thinking about something, or if somebody else is telling you a story, and it's an exciting story, and you're getting the thought, and you're getting excited with the story, do you see how it works? The thought comes first, and it creates the emotion. So if you're holding onto something negative, or something that doesn't make you feel good, and you keep thinking about that, it pulls your vibration down. So you have to let go of it. So if you want to raise your vibration, clear that thought out. Let go of the negativity, let go of the negative thoughts, release that stuff, okay? Purge it out, get rid of it. You're done with it. Be grateful for the experience and let it go. Have compassion in your heart for yourself and for if there was anyone else involved. Have compassion for them as well. And move on to create your new story in the highest love and light that you are. Okay? All right. Get on the Ascension love train or keep hanging in the past. It's up to you. Okay? It's completely up to you. For those of us that are going through embodiment, continue to allow the divine source love, light, process of all your being above to enter you below in the next few months. The next few months are magical. There's going to be more coming up here this June with embodying. There's going to be big shifts and changes for those of us that are going through the embodiment process too. I tried to touch on every level so everybody can get a little gist of everything that's going on in June. But I hope that this helps everyone. I'm going to do some activations here and you will feel them. So as again, when I do light language, I get different languages. There's many different kinds. And they come in, I receive them, it comes in, and then I transfer them. They're transferred high heart to high heart. So you open your heart and I send it. For some of you, your heart will be activated. I'm still activating people's hearts all the time, every day. I'll get a client that will, like, the next time I see them, they're like, my heart hurt so bad for 3 days after I worked with you. Because what it is it's some people call it cracking the heart, opening your heart up because you've been disconnected from it. So opening it, and for some of you, it opens it at a deeper level. So it's very important to do that, okay? All right, take a deep breath. This is transferred high heart to high heart. It goes through the DNA at a cellular level to activate you, okay? And everything is done in the highest benevolence of love. I only work with benevolent energy, and I am a clear and precise conduit for source. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this. I would not be able to bring in all these different light languages in the highest love. And most of my work is done, a lot of my work is with the Divine Mother energy. Mothers, because there's more than one, but only one. Make sense? Take a deep breath. Manya kunya samatanya yaya kuranya namya hi. Shiamano kunya korasanya haya. Myokonyana punyahan. Wontantiantoni. Sunjaman Yahaman Yamanu Ahamma Haya Shampoo kurne keresanta temia uja käterikiata. Shikirikotokotokotokotono matakita. Narianto kursukoto shutuna matoriante kianto uskuanyana a. Shantura koya sikite. Nekirikotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotokotoko Marakoya hunyan huya moye he oya he ayo hi nare huya to moi shampoo ne kere sanko tokoro sukuturu sikututo maya uku ne kete sisano una shatakura nari anto kuaka assassinta nente morutu no kyushu kuru sukuturu 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 tikere tokoro sukuturu monto correcti na sakara kiri mashutta pa una mana hina anda kona santana. Receive the energy. Receive the healing. There's healing. If you want the healing, say I accept this healing from Keleena. Kantona sakutora shashakante meriti nikirushu no motoya maya. Hayaki. Ooh, I'm hot. Shuto kurasantamani. This is the symbol of the Pleiades. Pleiades is the 7 sisters. Here is 6 of them. Here's number 7. Divine Feminine. Look at, turn it over. 7s. Shikirikuru santamata kirantene. Nakorata sakora namori anane tikirite shishono u namana atikita. Hukununa satutura tampayana ika a. Natanyane. Nana gunana. Shumane. Natake de sishimi yahukoriata nataku. Eternal love. Eternal light. Eternal life. Namaste. We bring you blessings from the highest love and the highest light. We activate you in the highest love and the highest light. We ask that you see all that you are. We ask that you allow yourself to become all that you are. It is your choice to accept. It is your choice to become. We see you. We know you. We are you. Nama una yakitere sikitine nurina mariaki. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a blessed June. And know all that is happening, all the changes taking place are all for the best. It is time we ascend. It is time to change this planet, and it's time to shift humanity. all have a purpose, and each person's purpose is different. Do not compare yourself to someone else. Do not try to compete with someone else. It will only put you in ego. Mashiakatene Maria. Nakata. Namaste. I love you. I look forward to seeing you next month. Some of you I will see in Hawaii. Some of you I will see in the Netherlands. Some of you will see in Mount Shasta. It's all coming. Please, like I said, get on the website and sign up for if you want to receive new information when it comes out, because that's the best way to get it. Or Facebook or Instagram. Okay, www.KeleenaMelnar.com, or Instagram is Keleena Loves. And of course, you're on my YouTube now, Keleena Melnar. I love you all. Have a wonderful month. And for those of you that it's finally becoming summer, enjoy it. Get out in the sun, get out in the water. For those of you that it's going into winter time, enjoy that as well. Okay, I love you.